Hey friends, welcome back to another garage video with Redbeard's Garage. We are working on the Kandi car, and you know, you can't have no surprises on YouTube because obviously the thumbnail and the title is what we're doing today. But we got some new wheels and tires for the Kandi car.
He said don't show them.
Well, until I want you to show them.
I was waiting for it to be a surprise.
Okay, surprise! We got hooked up with Kart Kings, which is a golf cart company, and they sell a ton of aftermarket, like top seats, all types of stuff for golf carts. And they have these mod wheels, mods, I think, M-O-D-Z. So make sure to check out the link in the video description. We're going to be using these wheels on almost all of our builds. We have one for the new YZ450F. We're going to build my son a buggy once this one's off at powder coat. It's going to have their wheels, they're sick wheels, and we use them on the SEMA build, not this exact style, but we use their wheels. And they saw us at SEMA and was like, what up, player? You got our wheels on your buggy. So we ordered these tires off of eBay. These are 26 by 9s on the front and 26 by 11s on the rear. And those wheels, I've never been a fan of white wheels. Those look sick. Do you like them? Mm-hmm. I think they're gonna look awesome.
They're girly.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It's my daughter's go-kart. I think she's wanting orange on this buggy. We'll see. She gets to pick her color, but I think these white wheels are going to pop with whatever. But you can see the size difference. Working with 22s. Yes, 21s on the front and 22s on the rear. So we're going to get like 2 to 3 inches of lift out of this puppy and a ton more grip, because when we rode it on the first video, you guys didn't realize, for one, we got to adjust the pulley, the rear driven pulley on this thing, but it was spinning constantly, so this is going to dumb her down a little bit and give her some hookage. We have to use these adapters. These are 4 by 110 by 4 100, like 2 4 100. So this will adapt the fronts. These are 1 inch thick, I believe, almost 25 mil. And then we have some thick daddies. This is the only thing I could find on the internet to do 4 by 137 to 4 by 100, and I could only find 2 inch ones. But this will be good because it'll get us away from the trailing arm and stuff. So this is what we're going to work with. We may machine these down later, and but for right now we're just going to slap them on. So we'll start with the front, and we will have to also remove the fenders. Broke off this one, but this fender mount will no longer work. It's going to get into the tire, just a couple bolts. So let's get this puppy jacked up and get these wheels swapped out. Yeah. Guys, we're going to take a real quick break to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is Blaster. You probably already know Blaster for their penetrating lube. We've been using this stuff ever since I was a kid. This stuff eats through rust like nobody's business and keeps you from busting your knuckles. But Blaster is a lot more than that now, with a ton of products in their lineup. As you can see on screen, they have stuff for everything you're doing in your garage, including their starting fluid. We keep this on every single one of our vehicles for rides. We keep it in our tool bags because half of our vehicles are junkers. We have to use this to get them running. So we took the bus out for a ride a while back. We had to start it with starting fluid, and then a couple times we may have had to keep it running on starting fluid. So it's super handy to have this stuff. It is a lifesaver on the trail. If you get your air filter wet and your vehicle dies, you can get it back running with this starting fluid. So I highly recommend keeping these 2 products at your hip in the shop. Make sure to check out the links in the video description. Blaster is an awesome company to be working with because their stuff works and they're expanding it every day. So thank you, Blaster. Check out those links and support Blaster because they're supporting your boy. We got to remove this dust cover because our new wheels have a dust cover with them. Alright, how's our wheel bearing feel? Ooh, that's nice. It's real nice. So this has this little lip right here, and of course it's not hitting against that, but it should be okay because when we tighten these, if we tighten them evenly, this will center it on the lug nuts. All right, so I had to scrounge around for a while, but I had some acorn nuts that I'd cut the top off. These are actually from the Yerf dog that burnt, because back in the Dizzy, we was idiots, and we ran these wheel spacers on it to clear the tires when we could just flip the tires. We're dumb. But these was this style, so I just cut the head off because I have 9 of these. So now we can tighten this puppy up. And there we go. Damn. Now is what I'm worried about. Clearance. But it looks pretty good so far. Oh, dang. That was my biggest fear. I was worried about hitting the A-arms or the body, but we are perfect. And I bet if I didn't have that spacer, it would have been more of a problem. But we will be probably, I might make me a new wheel hub for this to get rid of the adapter later on, maybe when it's at powder coat, but it's gonna look freaking sick. That is sick. That's the ground clearance we wanted. That is way better. Woo! That's awesome looking. Like that gave us a massive amount. Like before, if we hit any ruts, we was dragging the bottom of the frame on everything. We definitely ain't doing that now. We do gotta adjust the trailing arms. The back of the tires need to go out just a hair, but honestly you probably never noticed that on dirt, but if you got it on asphalt it could wear. The back tires are kind of pointed, the fronts of them are pointed out this way just a little bit, but we have adjustment. There's no reason in pulling it all apart because it's going to go to powder coat soon. And when Dave is here next, I need to have him take these wheel adapters, because it was the only ones we could find on the internet that adapted 137, 4x137 to 4x100, because that's a kind of weird lug pattern to be swapping over, and it hits our hub, so Dave can take it on the lathe and turn out this lip to make it hub centric, so those will center themselves. The fronts are perfectly fine, I think. No, they need to be done as well. So both of them, all four wheel hubs will have to be pulled off, and then because this might be unbalanced, like the wheel could be off on the spindle, but I just want to get them put on and see the way they look, and it looks freaking awesome. Man, that thing looks monster truck status for sure. So now we have our dual saddlebags. I need to plumb in this gas tank, do a few things with the oil system, and tune the rear pulley, and we can take it on another test drive. So that's what we're going to do next. So we got the wheels on, and they look freaking amazing. We did have a bad tire, which we've got it fixed now. But the tire on the rear must have had a broken belt because it was swelled up, and we had the same PSI on both tires. So luckily the company off eBay sent us a new tire, so that's all fixed. But make sure to check out these wheels on golfcartkings.com, I believe. It's on screen. And these Mod Z wheels, they have a ton of them. Mods, maybe MODZ, but they look freaking sweet.
Yeah, these whites pop.
Yeah.
I like them. Usually I don't like white wheels, but they look good on here.
Well, before we only seen white wheels on Civics.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
And I just hate Civics.
Come on.
I don't. They're good. They're well-built cars.
What we have left to do on this car before we can go to powder coat is, of course, paneling up everything, and that's going to be a lengthy time. Build a dashboard to put our gauges and stuff, and we have to tune the pulley. The last ride video, it was basically the driven pulley. This is off a two-stroke setup, like the diff is. So it's yanking the belt up, and just like, it's not revving through the RPMs like it should. So we're gonna pull the lower pulley, and we're gonna adjust that spring and tighten it up, and we're gonna also hook up the other gas tank. And so in the next video, we can do some testing and tuning. A for Aubrey, they do. A for Aubrey. Well, wow, meant to do that. I'm gonna try to roll this belt off.
You got it, you're strong.
What'd you tell me?
So close.
gonna suck the roll back on there. Oh! We had to do some spacers to get everything lined up. Just 2 washers. Get over yourself. Alright, so all we have to do is pull that little keeper there. We can slide this part and we can preload everything. We are in number 2 right here. I'm gonna have to look up, because I don't know this pulley per se, but they have all the specs online.
Better put your safeties on.
Tell me what to do. Alright, Lonnie, you're gonna do this. I'm gonna push this down.
Okay.
How about that?
I'm gonna put this.
Sure. Easy. Oh, you had it.
Got it.
Alright, so let's pull this apart.
If we can. I feel like that's gonna just fly apart.
Don't be so scared, Lonnie. So we gotta look up. There is 2 spots. So there are 2 spots on this. We had it number 2. I need to look up which one's more preloaded. We can also drill another hole. Now this is a new set of ramps. You can see where it was riding on the sides of the ramps, but which it's supposed to do that. But this is a new set of ramps. I'm gonna grab the other set and we're gonna compare them, because this is supposed to be more designed for a 4-stroke. Because this being off 2-stroke, it's different. And there's also 3 holes down in there that we can do some adjusting. So I just pulled that out and I don't even know what hole it's in. Okay, so we need to go whichever way preloads us more. I'm guessing it's going to be
the back, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to figure this out. We'll come back and holler at you boys. So this is our factory ramp set. This is what was in there, and then I swapped it out with this one. You can see the difference between the 2. So this was the one that was originally in this driven pulley. This is the new aftermarket one. It has a different set of like ramps to it. This one's for a 2-stroke, and if I bought correctly, let me know if I didn't. If anybody knows about these, I'm pretty sure this is the 4-stroke style one. So this is our new one, and if we're looking at our buttons in there, you can see flat spots on them. So good thing about these buttons is we can flip them, and that's what's actually riding on these ramps. So those flat spots are going to give us a crappier engagement, to say it nicely, and it should make a big difference. Oh, okay. I thought I was going to have to hammer that. So like I said, it probably does need some Loctite on those, most likely, but you can see the flat spot that's getting, so we're just going to flip it around so it's got a new fresh side. That's the nice thing about these Polaris setups. You have a little bit of longevity out of them. Is it going?
Okay.
Put some safeties on.
That looked like it went.
Oh, it's going. Okay, so it will work. You just ain't gonna like it. Is it always seated over there?
Looks like it, yep.
Alright, so you can just hammer town them in there. Do I recommend this? Sure, ain't my money. Do what you will. Just use like a handle of a screwdriver or something to do so. Yeah, we're just going to swap these out. You just got to hammer them down into place where they start to get a rounded profile from the heat and stuff. That's nice.
That's real nice, Clark.
What are you doing different?
Just flipping it around because the side that's been riding on
Like
is
a 180?
flattened. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so just to let you guys know who hasn't messed with these clutches, we're flipping it 180 degrees, not temperature wise, but so it's running on a new side of that, and we can buy a set of these just to have, because they're really cheap to have these. And
I'd
so,
say they don't wear quickly because,
no, I bet these are stock.
and they've been in there a while.
Yeah, this
They are
thing-
flattened pretty hardcore though.
Yeah. What we found out, 1 is the strongest. No, sorry, 2 is the strongest. So if you went 1, you'd be softer. So in here we have 3 of them. The side that's on the left-hand side when looking down is 1, 2 in the middle, 3 on the right-hand side. We're gonna go to 2, 1. So 1 on this, so the left-hand side, and 2 on our upper part. Was that correct, Lonnie?
Yes.
Cool.
I have no idea.
And then,
one of them's gonna be a 1 and the other one's gonna be a 2. I know that.
So yeah, 2, 1. And we can get a stronger spring, which I'm probably gonna order because we're just working with what we got right now. With this being a 4-stroke, oh gosh, there we go, being an idiot. So what we're gonna do is before we push this helix all the way down, it is said to give it a counterclockwise turn of 1/3 of a turn. So we're gonna basically put this dot down here. Go ahead and clamp that. I'm gonna go a little further. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Like I said, there may not be enough adjustment. Okay, let her go. Yeesh. So that's significantly tighter than what we had it, and that's what we want, because this goes on there like this. So I think that is correct. So we have, again, we went to 2 out here, went to 1 inside there.
2 was stock. It was 2 stock.
Yeah, and we just went back. There's no more. We can drill a 3rd hole to give us even more, and that's something we're gonna have to play with. You can drill another one, you know, in between this slot and that there. Just measure from center to that and do a secondary, and that gives you even more preload out of your spring that you have in there if you don't want to buy a spring. And we don't want to wait on one right now, so that's what we're doing. Alright, so we're going to, we got it neutral, so let's line the splines up. There we go. Oh, we don't want to snap that puppy.
Wow!
That'd be a bad day. Alright, the belt we are going with is an actual deuce belt. This is a factory deuce belt that is 25 years old. Look at the oldness. Okay, so we need to find, this is the same belt as a Kawasaki mule. So a deuce used, there's a couple different size belts that deuces use, but this one is the same as a Kawasaki mule. So I do need to order one, and the best things are 25 bucks, and you shouldn't ever wear this. This thing's 25 years old. But she's seen some days, so we do need to get a new one. It's getting dry rotted is what's
the problemo.
What's the problem? Alright. There we go.
How opposed are you to riding in a little bit of rain? It's just drizzling.
You should do it. It's fun.
Opposed? Well, one
You're
thing.
a poser.
Whoa. See that? Wow.
That was even cooler. Brown down for yourself.
We need to eject this car too. And we need to change out the petcock on the gas tank.
And we
got a few
gotta
things to do.
hook up the other gas tank.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do real fast. One thing we get to do is remove, so Go Power Sports has 2 petcocks for these fuel tanks. They have a manual one, which we're switching out to. Then they have this vacuum controlled one. We're gonna get rid of the vacuum controlled, but to drain this tank so we can pull this petcock out, we have to have vacuum go to it. So I have a vacuum or like a little vacuum pressure thing. We can suck a vacuum on this and it'll open that petcock. So what we're gonna do is shove this in. When we push it and let go, it's gonna open it right up. So it's holding vacuum on that line.
That is draining really slow.
You're slow. I'm trying to get this clamp off. There we go. And we're getting rid of this altogether, so I'm just gonna cut this hose. Give her a relief cut. There we go. We have to cap that off. We're gonna have a vacuum leak. And this just sucks air, so don't have to worry about it blowing this cap off. So it is handy to have a vacuum cap set on parts store. Now, while he's over there playing, I'm gonna pull this green line out because we no longer need it. And that cleans it up a lot too. We're having a meetup on April 28th through the 30th at Turkey Bay Off-Road Park. we would love to see you there. Lonnie's birthday bash. Totally planned that from the beginning. Bring him a gift. $100 to $200 gift. Put like a high price.
Dang, we're getting cheap, aren't we? No.
Anyways, so Lonnie's birthday bash, you can bring him a cupcake. You probably won't eat it. You don't eat stuff from strangers, but you can bring him a gift if you like. You don't have to. But we'd love to see you out there. Lonnie will be there. We're going to have his Deuce, this Kandi cart, supercharged buggy, and the Talon if we ever get done with it. But we would love to see you out there. There is camping available, no showers. There are hotels really close, like 25-minute drive or so. If you want to stay there. But if you don't have nothing, Rob, we'd still love to see you out there. We're going to be sitting by the campfire at night, hanging out, probably watching King of Queens. It'd be a good thing to come out and hang out with us.
Check out our website and the Turkey Bay website.
Yeah, make sure to check out rbgcarts.com/events where you can find all the details. We have a flyer on there, and the flyer was shown on screen at some point during this. And you can also go to Turkey Bay to see what their regulations are, but you can have a mini bike out there. It's an awesome off-road course. Lonnie's pretty pumped to go there. He hasn't been there yet. Really love to see you out there. We'll have stickers and stuff. Like I said, Lonnie's birthday bash, at least come tell him happy birthday. Hang out with us. But yeah, back to this. Dude, just leave on the edge.
It's got half a tank in there.
So we have our new petcock. It has a new O-ring. Oh, geez. Our filter came off that.
Oh gosh.
I think Lonnie's fast.
Good save.
It all drained out, and then I got it up here.
We're gonna catch a buzz in here. So it does have this is the new petcock, just a standard style. This was the vacuum style one. I'll have to turn that like that, which is not ideal, but these are made to go on. This is a gas tank that'll stay on most of the time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
That's like a reserve.
The other one's a reserve, so this one will stay on all the time. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to check out the links in the video description for all the Blaster products. Blaster's really expanding their line. They're coming out with new products all the time, and we are super pumped to have them partnered with the shop because we've been using Blaster forever, and it's awesome to have them support our builds. So make sure to help support your boy by supporting Blaster because they got some awesome products. And make sure to stay tuned in. On the next episode, we're going to be driving this Kandi, see if the pulley stuff worked. I'm probably going to go ahead and order that other spring in the meantime. Just to get it in. And also let us know in the comment section, what do you think about these Mod Z wheels, or mods, however you pronounce them. I'm not certain, but you can find the link to look at all those wheels in the video description if you have a golf cart or if you're building one of these. All the stuff we do now with the rear suspension, we're using Miata parts, which are 4x100, which is the same as the golf cart. So all these wheels are going to work if you're using like our links for our CV axles and wheel hubs and stuff that we're using on our buggies now. You're going to be able to bolt these wheels right on. It's just these 150s have a 4x110 front, 4x137 in the rear. So we just had to adapt this one. But it actually worked out really good. It got us a good stance, and we're not going to be too hard on those wheel bearings. So make sure to check out those links for Blaster products and the Mod Z wheels, mods, however you pronounce it. We are super pumped to have these two companies supporting the channel and supporting the build. So we hope you guys will support them too. Let us know what you think about the Kandi cart, and soon it'll be going off to powder coat, and it will be at our meetup. So come out, see it, and we'll be ripping on the thing. We love you guys. We thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you on the next one.